the way I'm most dangerous.
Talking to somebody your own size, where does Regis Prograis rank in terms of kind of name, value, his achievements? Is he the most accomplished boxer you faced?
I don't know. Algeria is a world champion. I believe Van Heerden was a world champion. Eubank, interim champion at middleweight. You know, Eubank had a lot of knockouts on his resume at middleweight. But Regis presents different tests, you know, and as fighters, we love challenges. I love challenging myself against the best fighters there are. You know, but if it's a name that is mentioned to me, of course, no problem, I fight him any day of the week, twice on Sunday. So when they mentioned Regis, I said, yeah, no problem, instantly. You know, ultimately, I'm mandatory for Garcia for the WBC world title. It was a matter of, do I wait to fight Garcia, or do I fight Regis in between? You know, and that's a risk I'm willing to run. You know, I believe I win convincingly. Yes, he is world level. Yes, he has accomplished a lot in the game. But anyone I fight moving forward will be more accomplished, will have achieved more, will be more experienced. And it's my job to go in there and prove that I am at that level, which I will do without a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
Right. How much does that motivate you, that idea that you can fight those guys like Garcia with a WBC welterweight champion on big stages like this? Because I know you like the limelight, you like the violence.
I mean, listen, a lot of people have been asking me about Garcia. A lot of people have been asking me about the future. That future doesn't happen unless I handle business on Saturday. So everyone asking me about Garcia and mandatory, and yes, that's a mega fight. Yes, it's a monstrous fight. Yes, I believe I take care of Garcia. But I've got my hands full on Saturday, and I believe I'm going to take care of Regis. Without a shadow of a doubt. And as a fighter, you have to have that confidence. But to go up to middleweight and do what I've done for the past 2 years, to come back down, you know, for me, it fills me with nothing but confidence.
What does Conor Benn do that Regis Prograis can't handle?
I mean, I'm extremely spiteful. You know, I'm a fast starter. I'm just come out from the get-go and really impose myself. And listen, if I see an opportunity to close the show early, I'm going to close the show. If I see an opportunity, I'm going to take it. That's no offence to Regis. That's no disrespect to Regis. It's the way I fight. And if I see an opportunity, if I see the legs go, if I see a little chink in the armour, I'm going to exploit it.
Listen, it's going to be a fantastic fight. We've had a lot of fighters up here saying they're going to steal the show, but this one definitely is in with a chance of it. Now, Conor, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about Eddie Hearn and your professional split from Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. What would you say to fans that feel you could deal with a situation but perhaps been handled differently? How important is it for you now to kind of just focus on the boxing? So we'll get this out of the way.
There's a lot of noise, and there has been a lot of noise throughout my career. Ultimately, I love Eddie. Period. Point blank. You know, irrelevant of what's been said, irrelevant of all the noise, irrelevant of the back and forth. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the noise. I've got love for Eddie, you know, and I know you're smirking.
I love it because I feel like I'm in the middle.
Smirking, but it comes with maturity. It comes with age. You know, I've done what's best for me and my family. I've secured my family's future. Amen. That for me is more important than anything else on the planet, and any man can respect that. You know, ultimately, I've got love for the man, and you know, God willing, when this is all said and done, we can sit down and have a chat together. My door's open. You know, I have no ill feeling towards Eddie, Matchroom, Barry. I've got love for the whole team. I've got love for the family. But ultimately, this is about securing my family's legacy, solidifying my legacy, and making sure my kids go in private school.
Understandable. And boxing is a dangerous game. It's a hard game, and you do have to.
I know firsthand it's a dangerous game. I know firsthand. I've seen it. You know, ultimately, my job is to give my family the best life possible, and now I'm gonna do. Sure as hell gonna do. Yes. And I'm doing.
I remember we spoke to you in the build-up to the Eubank Junior fight, and I said to you, I feel like this version of Conor Benn is a Conor Benn I ain't seen before. It's a lot more mature, it's a lot more measured. And I'm going to be totally honest, I didn't think I would see that version of you. But now I also understand that being I wouldn't say necessarily the bigger man, but being, you know, the one to open the door, to send out that kind of double piece. You've invited Eddie Hearn to come and see you before the fight.
I'm not trying to be the bigger man. I mean it. It's not me trying to sit here and be, oh, you know, I'm sitting on my high horse and I'm not gonna try and be the bigger man. It's from my heart. I mean it. I mean it. From a kid, from 19 years old, I mean it. You know, so I ain't gonna sit here and talk all the talk for the cameras and the drama and this and that. Life's too short, man. And nobody's promised a tomorrow. You know, so I ain't gonna sit here and have beef with nobody. Well, after everything I've been through in my life, I haven't got it in me to fight that fight no more. I'm not that guy no more. I turn over with a chip on my shoulder. I turn over just wanting to, I was angry. I was angry.
Always.
Yeah, I was angry. I had that chip on my shoulder of, what, you think I can't do this? What, you think I can't do that? Watch me. Yeah, I ain't that guy no more. But it comes with age, it comes with experience, it comes with going through your own challenges, your own adversity, your own controversy, your own life issues. You overcome them and then you just become a better fighter, you become a better man, you become a happier man. And I'm just so grateful that I'm in this position. I give all glory to God. I give all glory to God because this opportunity was from Him. This fight is from Him. Where I'm at now in my career is from Him. He's paved the way for me. He leads the ship. He leads the way. And I lean into my faith. I let Him direct my path.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Now, when you and Nigel sat there, you're old and grey.
What do you mean? Well,
you can't even see it these days. What you look back at your career, what do you want to have achieved now? Because this is the gateway, right? This is an elite level opposition, former two-time heavyweight champion. You've got to beat him in another stadium fight with all of the pressure, with all of the noise. 10 years' time, 15 years' time, 25 years' time. What do you want to have achieved in this sport box?
Listen, I've achieved more than what I thought I could when I first turned pro. I've given a lot of people a lot of drama, a lot to talk about, a lot of controversy. I want people to go when I'm done, Conor Benn could fight. And as long as I'm being the best version of myself, give myself every best chance. Give people highlight real knockouts. Give people fight of the year contenders. Give people the drama. Give people a bit of excitement, a little bit of character. People invest in character more than ability. Or just tune in and just watch. You know, I've lost fights that, I thought I won, then I'm going to, lose fights that I should have won and win fights that I should have lost. You know? I pour it all on. I just give you guys my heart. I fight with my heart on my sleeve. I give you guys everything I have. I can't do any more as a fighter than be the best version of myself so that when I turn up on the night, I'm good to go 15 rounds. I'm good to get up off the deck. I'm good to put them down on the deck. You know, I just want to give people value for money. When my career's said and done, I want the kids and the families who sit around the TV and paid a lot of money to watch me fight go, oh yeah, I remember, back in the day, I used to watch you with my dad and we'd all the fish and chips in. And I see it with my dad and it's so humbling to see it. I want people to, in 10, 15 years time, to go, I remember how you made me feel as a kid. We got a family together to watch you fight. And that's what I want. Just give people value for money, man, and people know what they're getting when they watch Conor Benn fight.
What a way to finish. Just before we go, Keith, I just want to ask you, how easy is it to manage this man when he just says yes to every fight? How easy is it to manage this man when he just says yes to every fight? He wants to fight. He has the hunger for it.
I mean, he's great to manage. There's nobody he won't fight. He's a global star. He solidified himself over the last couple of fights, selling out a stadium twice, and it doesn't even get bigger than Saturday, right? Netflix, Tyson Fury, Conor Benn. And I'm predicting the fight of the night between Conor and Regis. You have a two-time former world champion, power puncher, comes to fight. Conor Benn's not going to take a backward step either. So I'm expecting a bloodbath, a knockout, and my guy to come out on top.
For sure. Before we wrap up, we have one more press conference to go. Conor, how does it finish? Come Saturday.
Oh, how does it finish? I'm going for the stoppage, definitely. This is my first impression back in 3 years? I just want to remind people why I'm one of the most dangerous welterweights out there. And I'll be gunning for the stoppage. As soon as I see an opportunity, I'm going to take it.
Regis, finally.
I'm going to go out there and try and do my thing.
No doubt about it. Thank you very, very much. That brings us to the end of our second press conference this evening. Coming up next, we'll have Tyson Fury and Arslanbek Makhmudov. But before we move on, please, let's invite Conor Benn and Regis Prograis for their official face-offs. Pleasure.
Well, here is the face-off until the weigh-in tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, from New Orleans, Louisiana, 30 victories as a professional, 24 by KO. He is Regis Prograis. And his opponent, the man who has defeated every man he's faced in his career, from Essex, United Kingdom, Conor the Destroyer Benn.
And there it is, Regis Prograis, Conor Benn. This has been announced as a super welterweight fight. We saw Regis back down a little bit from the Nepo baby conversation and some of the things that he had said, and some of the conversation that he had. But we saw what looked to be a very reflective, open, might I say even vulnerable Conor Benn talking about what it's like growing up, being accused of being a Nepo baby, being very self-introspective. What did you get from him?
The truth. He talked the truth out there, and he's, you know, like he said, he's grown up. He's a bigger man now. He used to get mad easy all the time, and now he's like grown into the sport of boxing. So I love to see that, and I love that from him. And I'm looking forward to watching him fight. Anybody would look forward to watching him fight after that speech of what he said, because, you know, he talks from his heart. He talks from his sleeve. You know, he wears everything on his sleeves, and he talks from his heart.
And yeah, exactly the same way he fights is the same way he was up there on stage.
Yeah.
Keeps it real, just like his dad.
Yes.
Very similar to his dad. They're like carbon copies of each other. As a kid, I remember watching the Dark Destroyer VHS tape. As a kid, I remember watching all of his knockouts. And I used to wear black shorts and boots just like he used to wear. So I understand that energy, the Ben energy, and he has all of that. And he has the opportunity to prove it against a former world champion. He's done it with Chris Algieri already. Great performance. Algieri a little past his prime, a little similar situation. But now he's got to do it on a bigger stage off the back of those two amazing victories over Chris. One big victory over him and one loss to Chris Eubank Jr. But he's coming into his own. He's learning. He didn't have the deep amateur pedigree that all of these other fighters have had. You know, he's been boxing for 10 years in a couple of days, his pro debut. So 10 years isn't a long time. I was an amateur for 12 years before I turned professional. You know what I mean? And here he is fighting world champions after 10 years. And he's gone through the ranks steadily, bit by bit. And here he is, in my opinion, at the right time for him.
And he's also worked. He's worked hard. He's trained with different people on the planet to get better. He's trained with different coaches as well. And you can see that he wants to be a better fighter. Even every time he goes out, he seems that little bit dialed in better to me. So I love that about him. And I look forward to watching him fight. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I think he's going to be coming out after the guy. And, you know, he's boxing a smaller man. He's the big man now. So I know he's going to press the action. So,
yeah, because we heard him mention sort of the different fighting styles between the first bout with Chris Eubanks and the second one. And that first one, his father, Nigel, talked about it. He just came out there like a madman, ready to go, frenetic energy, and he was much more measured and mature the second go round. What will it require to take down Regis Prograis? A little mix of both?
Yeah, you know, from the first fight, he hadn't been on that stage before. He'd never been out there where the pressure was on. This was the big fight, the family name. He fought, as Lennox said, with his heart on his sleeve, and he just let it all go. And that's not how you do it. You've got to be strategic. You've got to pick your moments. There's a time to just let it all out. And early doors sometimes isn't the time to do it, and that was proven in the first time. Second time round, significantly more measured. He picked his spots, he set traps, and he had a much better performance. So the learnings from the first and second Chris fight was massive. You know, after coming off a loss, here he is now with someone, you know, tricky southpaw, orthodox, former world champion who's been there. He's going to need to do something different, and he's going to have to learn some lessons in this fight. But I just think the size difference, the fact he looked significantly bigger and has had training camps recently with much bigger sparring partners, he's just a bigger machine.
I know that there is a size advantage, but I can't let you get away with just saying it's youth, it's youth, it's youth, because experience is a thing too. Yeah. And when you talk about Regis Prograis, I loved what he mentioned. He didn't say much.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say much, but he did say, I wanted to fight Conor Benn because Conor Benn was me, out to prove himself, and Regis has done that. But he also has 8 years experience. Yep. He's got 8 more fights and 52 more rounds of experience. And then, of course, the titles as well than Conor Benn. Lennox, will that come into factor at all?
It will come into factor. That's why, Colin Benn has to go out there. He said he's going to be aggressive, but he has to be smart too. And he said he's going to, when the opportunity presents itself, he's going to take it. That means he's going to try and make some opportunities for himself by giving him a little pressure and coming forward. But sometimes coming forward, you can come forward too much and leave yourself exposed. So he has to be careful of that as well, because some of the punches he throws are pretty wild. He has to make sure they're intact.
The guy who wants to prove that he can be great, Conor Benn, versus the guy who wants to prove he can still be great, and Regis Prograis. What is a more dangerous position to be in?
I think the older guy's in a more dangerous position because he's having to go to the well once again. There was rumours about training camp not going that great for him. There was rumours of an injury. Very rarely does a rumour come out that there isn't some remnants of truth to. So, but all fighters do receive certain small injuries in training camp. He seems like he's up for it. Doesn't want to do too much PR and promotion. He's heard the $15 million purse that Ben's getting, and whatever he's getting, it's nothing. So he
wanted to air it out.
He was a little bit sore, and I get it. He's the former champ. I get it, but he's not the one responsible for packing out a soccer stadium. This is Conor Benn. Conor Benn is the star of the moment. He's a star of the past. So he's going to have to understand this is how boxing works.
And then you've got a star of the past and the present, and who knows, probably the future is too. I'm talking about Tyson Fury, who, of course, is our co-main headline, taking on Arslanbek Makhmudov. And if he's going to win after 16 months on, after his fifth retirement, he's going to have to face the very powerful Russian Canadian. Take a look.
I came back for one reason only: to make boxing great again.
I'm the Gypsy King! I come make my legacy, my story. It's a dream become true.
Fight game, it never leaves you. I live for this shit.
Yes, legend in boxing.
I'm back, baby!
I have everything to beat him.
He's going to realise how much of a legend I am.
All the world can be against me. It's nothing.
Arslanbek, you're in some trouble, baby. I'ma get you.
I can't wait!
And we are just moments away from both of these men taking the stage here at the Pelican. But I got to ask you, Lennox.
Yeah.
We've heard Tyson Fury say numerous times he was happy in retirement. He was living his best life, taping his reality show, which will be on Netflix this month. But that boxing got boring and that it needed him. And he said a trip to Thailand changed his mind. Do you believe him that he felt boxing needed him more than he needed boxing?
No, I think he needed boxing more than boxing needed him. I think he missed boxing. And, this is his chance to really come back and prove himself. I don't think he believes that he retired feeling good. He doesn't feel good about his retirement. He feels there's a lot he needs to do or he can come back and do.
How do you size up choosing this opponent, Makhmudov, after 16 months off, as what maybe people are calling a tune-up for maybe a bigger fight?
I think it's the perfect opponent. Makhmudov, big, strong, vertical forearms, comes forward, big stiff dosser, as Tyson would say. This is the guy that he would pick out of all of the heavyweights because he looks the part, he's strong as an ox, he's got a good chin, so he'll give Tyson Fury the opportunity to have some fun in there. Tyson, you remember, he's been doing this for so long, since he was a kid. He's undisputed champion, he's been there. This is Carlos Takam, a very good fighter. My former sparring partner of mine. And Makhmudov is a big, rough and tough heavyweight because Takam's got a great chin and he was smashing these guys. So it will take someone very special like Ajit Kabayel to be able to chop down someone physically imposing and physically strong. And Tyson Fury has this skill set. This all looks great, but none of these guys in the ring are anywhere close to being Tyson Fury's skill level. I don't know who this guy is, but Tyson Fury's not going to be playing that same game. Makhmudov knows that, but Makhmudov wants to test himself because he knows Tyson Fury's been out. He's the unknown. He's been retired. Has he been training? Has he been partying? We never know.
And maybe test him right away, because we take a quick look at the tail of the tape. If there's one thing that Makhmudov does very well, it's knock people out quite early. In fact, he's got 13 first-round KOs. So how important is a fast start, Lennox, for Makhmudov is going to pull the upset on Saturday?
Yeah, he's going to have a fast start, but he's got to be careful because, Tyson Fury, is not an easy guy to hit. And he's got to make sure that he's accurate with his punches, because if he misses his punches, he's going to be wasting a lot of energy. So he's got to take his time, especially in the first few rounds. If he comes out there trying to knock out a Tyson Fury, it's not going to be good for him.
Yeah, we see that Tyson Fury's been dropped 5 times in his last handful of fights with that right hand, and that's actually Makhmudov's best punch. If you're Tyson Fury, how are you not overestimating this opponent and looking ahead to what many people want as a bigger fight, potentially another title fight? How do you stay locked in, David, and make sure you take care of the task at hand?
I would assume that the fight he had with Ngannou was the big kick up the butt to make him pay attention to people. I remember before that fight, he's a kickboxer, he's an MMA fighter. He's never had a boxing match in life. This is going to be easy work. He got knocked down, and in my opinion, he lost that fight on points. So that was a lesson for him, and he won it on points very closely. This time around, I don't think he's going to overlook and underestimate someone, because on paper, they don't look that good. Remember, Ngannou had 0 fights. This guy's been around for a while. This guy's big and strong and rough and tough. So I think Tyson Fury's learned that lesson. So I'm expecting the very best Tyson Fury after this 16-month layoff.
Yeah, everybody at these press conferences has been very kind, nice, a little random. But now it's time for Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, to show up. And we are all hoping for his show. With that, we get it back to the Hall of Famer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for the Clash of Giants, Fury versus Makhmudov. It's live worldwide, exclusively on Netflix this Saturday, the 11th of April, from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London, England. And the main event is brought to you by the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine and Netflix in association with Gold Star Promotions and Queensberry Promotions. There are a few tickets left. If you plan on going, get to Ticketmaster. And it's all on Saturday. We'll be going live worldwide with the Netflix broadcast at 7 p.m. London time. For those of you watching around the world, check with your local time zones, and we'll be seeing you then, live, 7 p.m. London time. The panel behind me, ladies and gentlemen, for this final press conference, the CEO of the Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine, Mr. Rick Reno. Trainer for Arslanbek Makhmudov, Mark Ramsey. CEO of Gold Star, Spencer Brown. CEO of Queensberry, Frank Warren. And representing Sella, Mr. Abraham Mohtaseb. So, ladies and gentlemen, the main event, the one we've been waiting for, the return of the Gypsy King. 12 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Let's meet the fighters at this time. Introducing first, coming to us from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He stands 6 feet 5.5 inches. His professional record, 21 victories in the heavyweight division. 19 of those 21 victories by knockout, and 17 have come in 3 rounds or less. Only 2 defeats in his career. Please welcome to London, Arslan Le Lion Makhmudov! Arslan Makhmudov. And now the return of the Gypsy King to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most charismatic fighters in the history of the sport. fighting out of the Isle of Man, United Kingdom. He stands 6'9". His professional record, 34 victories, 24 of those 34 by knockout, only 2 defeats with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, the former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. For the final press conference, Mr. Josh Denzel.
Thank you, Michael. What an entrance, Tyson.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome back for the final time this evening and the last of tonight's press conferences. We now turn our attention to Saturday night's main event, live worldwide on Netflix. It marks the return of a 2-time heavyweight champion, one of the biggest names in global boxing, stepping back into the ring after almost 16 months away. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, is back. And standing opposite him, a fearsome opponent, a Canadian-based Russian, Arslanbek Makhmudov, a heavyweight renowned for explosive power, 17 knockout wins inside 3 rounds, a reputation for finishing fights fast. Before we hear from the fighters directly themselves, let's get an expert assessment of the matchup and the risks and what this moment means for the heavyweight division. Please welcome CEO of the Ring Magazine, Rick Reno. Now, Rick, when you think of events like this, stadium fights, Tyson Fury, Ring Magazine cards, just where does this sit? How big is it?
I mean, it's massive. You know, there's a lot of talented heavyweights out there, a lot of talented fighters, but as they say, there's only one Tyson Fury. And the heavyweight division hasn't been as lively with Tyson being gone, and now that he's back, it seems like things have brightened up. You know, where when it's a Tyson Fury fight, it's like a spectacle. He's got this whole cast of characters around him. There's just drama, there's fun, there's all sorts of antics that go on. I mean, even the build-up to this fight, you know, it's been a little crazy even for me, you know, just lead up into fight week and, you know, I get a call saying, yeah, you got to do this face-off and we got to harness you up. And I'm like, harness me up? And they're like, yeah, you're going to be up on top of the stadium. And then, you know, we're up there, the 3 of us, and we're all trying to make sure the harnesses are good, and we're looking down, and, you know, I'm seeing my life flash before me. I'm like, it's a pretty long drop. But you can only get that in a Tyson Fury fight. That's the kind of build-up to a Fury fight where you're doing a face-off on top of the stadium. I think, you know, Tyson, I've said it before, he's not just one of the most recognizable boxers on the planet. I think he's one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. Everyone, no matter where he goes, they know Tyson Fury. And, you know, he's got a dangerous, determined opponent in front of him, a very big monster of a man, a guy who has dynamite in his hands. He didn't pick an easy assignment for his return. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of action on Saturday night.
We can't wait for it. When Tyson Fury's in the house, it is always a Netflix show. It could have incredible connotations for the heavyweight division. Now, Tyson, I'm going to start by saying that His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, has a direct message for you. He says you owe him a rabbit.
Will a big ugly bear do?
There we go. I think that must be an inside joke. We'll find out the meaning of that soon. But now we have to speak to the fighter. So I'm going to start by talking to Mark Ramsey, head trainer of Arslanbek Makhmudov. When the opportunity to face Tyson Fury was presented, what was the initial reaction inside the team? Was it an immediate yes, or was it something that you had to consider?
Listen, you work all your life to be at that point, to have those kind of opportunity, and everybody was very happy. We jumped on it. We have a very good training camp, no injury, no excuse, and just ready to fight.
Now, Fury's size, his movement, his unpredictability is very hard to replicate. How do you even begin to find sparring partners that can emulate that can give you a look of what you're going to see on Fight Night?
When you prepare for training camp of those kind of fight, like you cannot find in one sparring partner all the quality, all the level of the opposition. What you need to do is to isolate the quality of the opponent and bring in a training camp multitude of sparring partner and be able to work on all those details.
And for those viewers that may be new to boxing, for those seasoned boxing fans that might not have followed Arslanbek's rise to prominence closely, what should they know about him and what makes him a genuine threat to this man Tyson Fury come Saturday?
Can you repeat, please?
For those that maybe haven't followed your man's career from the very start, maybe they're new to boxing, what should they expect from your man and what problems can he pose to Tyson Fury here?
Fighting. Like, listen, we're going to give the fans exactly what they deserve, a good fight. I think both styles are very, it's a good mix for fans. And let's believe on some action.
Now, time to speak to Makhmudov. You're headlining a huge event on Saturday, live, worldwide, Ring Magazine card, on Netflix. How excited are you feeling right now, just days away from what is arguably the biggest fight of your career?
First of all, hello everyone. I'm very happy to be here. And to be honest, very excited to be in this kind of event and this big show with these big names. I'm very happy and can't wait for Saturday night.
Now I'm gonna press you. I'm gonna press you because this is the biggest stage that you've ever been competed on. It's a massive audience. This is your moment in the spotlight. It comes with a lot of pressure. Is there any fear at all, or are you thriving on that pressure?
I don't have nothing pressure because God prepared me for this moment all my life. I know we make around 10 years ago photo. In this photo, it means a lot for me because God started to prepare me for this moment, and I believe this is my time. It's my hunting. That's it.
For reference, Arslanbek, you took a photo with Tyson Fury 10 years ago, and you had that on your wall, and now you're fighting him in front of 70,000 people or more at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yes, I take a photo. I was in still his fan, and he's a great boxer, legend. But Saturday night, I go for my job. I go for make my story.
Now, fans have seen you do some rather unconventional things in camp in the past, including wrestling with bears. But this time, the challenge is very different. How have you prepared for Tyson Fury specifically, and where is this training camp going to take place?
Yes, I like challenge from when I was a kid. I like challenge, a lot of challenge, and my friend offered me this. I was interesting to try myself with the Canos monster, because to be honest, it's very scary, and if somebody it's like a fake, you can trust, welcome, but to be honest, I don't want to try anymore this because it was so scary, but I want to feel myself in this terrible situation, to control myself in my emotion in this terrible situation, and I want to have this experience in my life. This was funny. I think it was funny, but it wasn't funny, of course. But it was good, experience.
He's been wrestling bears. No bears in Thailand?
Unfortunately not, no. No bears in Thailand. Did have Josie Parker there, though, and a few other heavyweights to tussle with. Been a good camp. About a 16-week training camp for this. I've been away from my family, all the old same old bullshit, all the old boxers will say. Everything's gone all great and all that, but it really has. I don't remember having as good as camp, really, as positive as camp and as injury-free camp. And when you get to my age and you've had as many hard fights as I have, there's always injuries and there's always problems, and it usually fucks you up in training camps. But thank God, touch wood, I've been all right this time, and I've got through in one piece. And I always say, like, just get me to the fight in one piece, and I'll do what I've got to do. And I'm here in one piece, and I've got a couple of days to go till I make this dramatic fifth.
They're not retirements anymore. They're just
every time I come back, it's bigger every time, and I'm back for the fifth time, so it's extravagant. But this time, I not only bring Netflix with me, I'm also giving away free pizzas. So pretty good for a fat fucker, isn't it? Typical.
Well, someone who's going to want to spoil that party, Arslanbek, you are known as being a fast starter, someone who's got 17 knockouts inside 3 rounds. Tyson Fury's been knocked down before, but it seems as though he's impossible to knock out. Do you believe you're the first man that could stop him? And how much does that opportunity drive you? You want to repeat it? Yeah.
Shortly, please, shortly.
No worries. Essentially, you're known as a fast starter with heavy hands, a lot of knockouts in the first few rounds of fights. But Tyson Fury, the man you're facing, has never been knocked out. He's been knocked down. Do you believe you can be the first man to stop him?
I say again, Tyson Fury is a great boxer. You know, in the box you have rules. You don't have to go for knockout. You have to go for good boxer. This just what I want to do. That's a good boxer, and this is my coach. This is my goal. And what's gonna happen, we don't know. We're gonna know Saturday night. Just don't say now, oh, it's gonna be this or gonna be this. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. God knows what's gonna happen, and we just do it. What we have to do. That's it.
We were talking to Lennox Lewis earlier, who's part of the broadcast, and I think he echoes the opinions of a lot of journalists, a lot of boxing fans. What is the game plan? What are you going to implement come fight night that will help you beat Tyson Fury?
This is the game plan. 2 big guys go in the ring to kill each other. Just one game plan to land a lot of punch and don't receive punch for myself. That's it. Very simple.
Simple game plan. That's it. No more. You're not giving anything away to the media. No, nothing. You're not giving anything away?
Huh?
You're not giving anything away. I like that. Keep your cards close to your chest. Now, Tyson's been out of the ring for almost 16 months. Do you feel that those opening rounds are your best opportunity to catch him cold? Do you feel like, you know, if Tyson spent a lot of time out of the ring?
No, I don't think so. It's probably for him because for his experience, for his level of his boxing, it's not a big problem to stay away from boxing. And maybe even opposite is even best because he recovered, you know, from back in the day had a hard fight, you know. That's why I don't think so. It's bad things.
Thank you very much for your time. Now on to Team Tyson. Frank, long-time promoter of Tyson Fury. Why Makhmudov and why now?
Why now? Because Tyson's coming back. He's back, and he's had 18 months out. Had a fantastic year last year. We spoke about it over the weekend, and he believes, and a lot of people believe, that he'll become world champion again. He's the most colourful heavyweight out there. Every time he gets involved in a fight, the build-up to it, there's nothing like it. Everybody gets, you know, a real good fun time out of it. And in the ring, once he steps in that ring, you always get a quality fight, top quality fight. You know, some of the best fights I've seen in the heavyweight division have involved Tyson. Probably one of the best live heavyweight fights I ever see was the last fight he had against Wilder. That had me on the edge of my seats. That was an amazing fight. And we're on that road again. He's on that road again to show that he's the best. And one thing is for sure, he's the best showman out of all of them, and I'm quite sure he'll prove at the end of the day he's the best as well. That's the journey he's on. And all that means is you're going to get excitement, You know, the people at Tottenham on Saturday are going to see something special. The people on Netflix will see something special, because you're seeing a special fighter, a great fighter, a modern-day great fighter.
Thank you very much, Frank Spencer. You his manager and his long-time friend. When did you realise that there were signs that he was mentally ready and physically ready to come back and do this all again? Because it's a hard game.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it all the time, and Tyson weren't really interested. He was with his family, and he was having a great time with his family, seeing his kids for the first time in a long time, that he'd spent time with them. He'd missed birthdays and missed Christmases. So, you know, he didn't want to come back straight away. He had a long think about it. He went and talked to his family, his wife, me, everybody concerned he spoke to, and in the end it was down to him, and he made this decision. He was coming back, and it won't be it won't be just a flash in the pan, this. I think that you'll see Tyson, after this fight, go on to some bigger and better things. We all talk about the fight we all want to see. You know, let's talk about this first. And I'd just like to say thanks to Ring, to Turkey Al Sheikh, to Netflix, you know, to put something like this on, and there'll be 60 to 70,000 people at Tottenham on Saturday. There'll be 60 to 70,000 Tyson Fury fans. And he hasn't fought in England for a long time, so people forget this is homecoming, really. He's back in England. He's back doing what he does best. And honestly, I mean, I've spoke to his sparring partners, I've spoke to everybody, his trainers, his sparring partners, everybody who's been around the camp, and they tell me that he's in the best form they've ever seen. His sparring partners said that he sparred everybody, and I mean everybody. And he said he was something special. He's very, very different on this occasion. He's so happy. I've never seen him so happy in a camp. There's always niggles and there's always something. But this one, he's got through it all. There's no injury. There's no niggles. He's been so happy. Family are fully supporting him. So I just see on Saturday, Tyson, massive performance from Tyson Fury. A huge performance. Get up there, Tyson Fury.
I'm sure that everybody is absolutely buzzing to see Tyson Fury back. And just as a note, joining us on stage is Ibrahim Moaseb, Chief International Business Officer, who I'm sure had a role in bringing Tyson Fury back, was instrumental in that. Now, Tyson, these aren't retirements, are they? You love the game too much, and as your good man there said, it's a happy and healthy Tyson Fury. Is a dangerous Tyson Fury. It's the best version of Tyson Fury, and if anybody knows you, Spencer knows.
You know, people always question retirement for me, and I've retired 5 times before and wholeheartedly meant it 5 times. Successfully come back 4 times before, and we're going to find out on Saturday night if I'm going to be successful for the 5th time, which I believe I will be. Make no mistake, when I walk away every time from boxing, I have zero intentions of returning. However, after a few months, I'm like bored of the normal life. Dropping the kids off at school, taking the dog for a walk, that sort of stuff. And I miss the game, you know. I miss the boxing, I miss the press conferences, I miss everything that comes with the big fights. I miss all that. And this time there was a couple of defining moments for me that made that decision for me to come back. And one of them was my long-term rival Anthony Joshua's crash over in Nigeria. And when I heard that news, it was so sad, and I thought to myself, you know, life's very short, and I've been a big advocate of saying there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody, but when things like that happen, it certainly certifies that there is no tomorrow. So you've got to live every day like it's your last, and enjoy. And I thought to myself, you know, I've still got love for this game. I know I can still do it, so that's why I'm coming back. But this time I thought, you know what, it's going to be different again, because for the first time in forever, I'm the hunter, I'm not the hunted. And we all know that when I've always been the hunter in the past, I've always fucked people up. And I feel actually sorry for Arslanbek Makhmudov, because he's got to face me, an injury-free Tyson Fury, and on good form. I've had good preparation, and I'm going to make an example of him.
He's a big 6'7" lump, 18, 19 stone. He will not be able to get out of the way of me, and I'll knock his head right off his 2 shoulders. I'm going to lay him unconscious on Saturday night at Tottenham. I'll be like the gamecock on top of Tottenham's Hotspur Stadium, and he'll be like the knocked out man, spark out on the floor on the canvas, looking up thinking, what the fuck just happened there? But it's no shame, because like he said, he's fighting the great Tyson Fury. And not only will I do it to him, I'll do it to all of them as well, like I've done many times in the past before. And like Frank touched on before, sooner or later, these so-called alphabetical world champions are going to have to fight me. Whoever it might be, whoever's got the belt at the time, will be hunted and will be destroyed. Let's face it, who are they going to fight to make any money? I'm the money man. When you mention Tyson Fury in heavyweight boxing, you know you're getting paid. So they're lining up. All of them, whoever's got belts, will be begging me to fight by the end of the year. On their hands and knees, begging the Gypsy King to fight them. Look at this, I've been out the ring 16 months and back. At Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Mike Spencer, 60, 70,000 people there, bringing the biggest broadcasting streamer in the world with me, Netflix. This is my 6th stadium fight back to back. Who's ever done that before? ChatGPT said, nobody. I'm the first one.
Can't argue with ChatGPT.
To do, yeah, and first man in history ever to do 6 stadium fights back to back. No one's ever done that before. People fight in arenas and MGMs and wherever else, T-Mobile stuff, but not fucking 6 stadiums back to back. So, obviously, I'm the top man in this division, and I'm going to prove it again and again and again. And it won't be nothing to me, because it's what I do. It's what I do. I fight, I box, and after watching Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder the other day, I thought to myself, I'm not going to be like that surely on Saturday night, because if I am, please take me out to the field and shoot me. Definitely.
We will.
No disrespect to them 2 boys. They showed heart of lions and determination and everything. But age waits for nobody. One's 42, one's 40. It's coming to us all. They all say my legs are gone. They all say my reactions are gone. Tune in and find out on Saturday night, because I'm telling you they're not, and we're not this motherfucker spark out. And prove it.
Well, Tyson, the man that's going to help you do that, you said initially in our first press conference was going to be just you. You were going to train yourself, but when I look out...
By the way, yeah,
go on.
Cut you off from talking. I'm the man who's trained myself, fed myself, looked after myself, massaged myself, the fucking lot. Promoted myself and managed myself. Is there anything else I can't do?
You can do it all, Tyson, but when I look out into the front row, I see Sugar Hill there, and he has been spotted.
No, Sugar's not here. He's only here for moral support.
Oh, he's here for moral support. Yeah. With the pictures AI as well from out in Thailand.
Yeah.
When did that, are we going to do this? When did that decision get made that he was going to come in? Maybe not train, you just be there for that moral support that you needed.
When did you come in, Sugar? Last week sometime, wasn't it? First of the month.
There's one thing that don't tell porkies, and that's ChatGPT. I think there's something going on here.
I don't know.
When, talking to that camp, it's been rather unconventional, different location, different structure. How's that impacted you? You look happy.
I am happy, I don't know if it's because I've been away from my wife and kids for 16 weeks, which is weird if it's true, or if it's just because I've got this rejuvenation from the sun and the good people in Thailand and all of that sort of stuff. Now, I'm hoping it's the latter, not the first one. Yeah, I've been away from my kids and that. It's been a long time. I think 16 weeks is the longest I've ever been away for in my professional life. It's been great out in Thailand, and I recommend it to anybody. It's a great place for training. The only thing is it's really hot every day, which is good for...
I thought that was the point.
It's good when you're a fat fucker like me to get your weight off, for sure. Get it down anyway, not off. I'm still fat, but still, I'm proud of that. But I got my weight down nice and steady, and I ate good food, and it was just a great experience. And Spencer be phoning me like, are you all right, Tice? Do you need anything? I say, Spencer, I'm 100%, I don't need nothing. He's like, you don't need nothing? I'm like, 100%, I'm good, I don't need anything. And it was like, this is new. So yeah, it's been unbelievable. I've had great people around me, great training partners. Great team. And everyone's worked in. And aside from all the joking, obviously Sugar's been my long-term trainer and mentor from, we go back to 2009. 2009's a long way, Sugar, isn't it? And then Christian He's my longest remaining member of the first team. We go back 10 years. And then Sifu, old granddad, where is he at? He's there. I got Grandpapa Sifu there. My two granddads are dead, so I've adopted him as my new granddad. 75 years old, Grandad Sifu, my trainer. And then I've had his son, Junior, and Mac, and all the boys over in Thailand. And it's been an unbelievable team. And Joe and Mark and Kevin. I just had like an unbelievable camp. Like, I've had current WBC cruiserweight champion, bridgeweight champion, sorry, training me. I've had Joseph Parker, former world heavyweight champion, training me. I've had upcoming guys training me. It's been unbelievable, honestly. I've had my son in camp. I've had my nephew in camp. What more can I say? I'm on form. I'm ready to fight.
No doubt about it. You look like you're ready. You could go tomorrow. Now, when fans think of you, they think of those epic battles like the third fight with
Sorry, I forgot the main man.
Go on.
Asgi. He's been with me the longest of all of them. Where's he at? Asgi, there he is. Me and Asgi go back such a long way, and I'm so happy that he's back part of the team. He's been a massive boost for me. Maybe it's fucking Asgi, you know, because I tell you what.
Who's in the corner? Everyone in the corner.
Since he's been in camp this time, yeah, I've been so happy. And at every end of every sparring, look at Asgi, and he's like, or if he's like that, I know there's a problem. He's like that, everything's good. And he doesn't say anything. I just know by one glance at him that everything's going well. And that's a good thing.
There we go. Are you done? Everyone accounted for?
Is there anybody else?
Shouldn't have said it. Shouldn't have said it. No, I think we're all good.
When loads of people, I could keep going on forever.
This is not an Oscar speech, Tyson.
My personal life, is it? Big shout out to my mum, my dad, my
I'm about to ask you about how camp's gone. Come on. Now, when people think of Tyson Fury, those epic nights with Deontay Wilder, that third fight, you know, also an elusive, a masterful boxer. What version of Tyson Fury are we going to see after this incredible camp out in Thailand with all of the, you know, key people?
Speedy, skillful, handsome, and destructive. 100%. The one thing about me is I've never lost my speed or my reactions. I can put my hands down and let a heavyweight try and punch me in the face and get out of the way of 99% of them. Still got it. I'm looking for a good performance, you know, as good as it can be after 16 months out of the ring. And people say, oh, well, how will you know? Because I must have done 500 rounds of sparring, and I've still got it. The boys can testify to it. I'm doing all right in the gym, innit, Kev?
There's no doubts you walk out at Tottenham in front of 60, 70,000 British boxing fans. It's been a long time since you've been back in front of those guys. How excited? How much does that drive you to put on that show? You said some harsh words to the man to my left. You said you want to make his face look like a butcher's block after 4 rounds. How much is that motivating you?
If it goes that far, it motivates me. It's been 4 years since I've been boxing in the UK. I've been out in Saudi Arabia, which was fantastic for me. It was unbelievable. Big shout out to Turki Al Sheikh and his Royal Highness MBS and everybody else involved. Dr. Rakan as well. I keep forgetting all these important people. I must have
giving you a platform for
to the face. But yeah, like to come back to England and fight here in a stadium at Tottenham Hotspur, let's hope I do a lot better than Tottenham are doing right now, because they're shocking at the minute. It's an unbelievable experience, you know, to have 60, 70,000 cheering fans for you on Saturday night. Makhmudov's never been in that type of deep water before. His legs might go before he gets to the ring. You know, it's a somber experience. If you've never been to big-time boxing before, and then you wake up and you're in the deep end, you're in the Atlantic Ocean, and you say, right, swim back to England. That's how it feels like. All the world's cameras and media are watching you. 70,000 screaming British fans watching you. It's an uphill battle. But listen, David slayed Goliath. Anything can happen in this boxing ring. And Makhmudov, make no mistake, as confident as I am and punching his face in, 100% confident. He's a dangerous man. I heard he had 17 knockouts within the first 3 rounds of 19 KOs, and only two people went the distance with him. Carlos Takam and Dave Allen, who are both tough guys. So, you know, I've never overlooked anybody in my life, and I've definitely not overlooked this beast. He's a scary dude, and he almost pushed me off the top of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 3 times the other day, which was, I was thinking to myself, why the fuck have I come up here? I was absolutely shitting myself. It was so high, and I was looking down, it was a glass floor, and the wind was blowing, and it was shaking. And then Arslanbek decided to pretend to shove me. My legs went to jelly. I thought, I'd fight this man 100 times, but I can't tell you this, I'm going to faint. I'm going to fall off it. I was that nervous. I didn't know I was afraid of heights until I got up there. What a surreal experience that was. But it won't be anything compared to what he's going to face on Saturday night.
Do you think the lights will be too bright for this man come Saturday night? And you've dealt with him.
Only one way to find out. All the thinking, guessing, predicting, ain't far to wait and watch. Tune in on Saturday night. What time is this fight going to ring walk live? Me? 9:30, 10 o'clock, is it?
We'll have to speak to the guy from Netflix. Depends on a few
Anybody
things.
in here can tell me that information?
9:30 to 10.
9:30 to 10.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's not, that's not a time. That's between 9:30 and 10.
Oh, 9:30 and 10. Okay, correct.
There you go. Is that all right with you?
That's all right. That's nice.
The lights will be just bright enough.
Beat walking out at 3 in the morning in Saudi, for sure. Or half 2. At least I can go get kebab after the fight.
Tyson, finally, I'm gonna wrap things up. You've mentioned a lot about pushing this sport forward. How do you, Tyson Fury, make boxing great?
I bring the biggest and baddest shows to live television. It's a travelling circus. Wherever I go, I bring the attention. Not only have I got a massive fight on Netflix, which will be viewed by millions of people in the world, on Sunday I release season 2 of At Home with the Furies with Netflix also, so that's something to put on your reminder list as well. Season 2, At Home with the Furies, released Sunday.
There we go. And we know what comes next after this fight. You beat this Russian man mountain, and potentially that fight
I'm
that
sure
we've
there's a
all
movie
been
next,
waiting
isn't
for.
there?
There could be. There could be, especially if you end up fighting the man that everybody knows we'd want to see, Anthony Joshua. Do you see that fight happening?
Well, I don't want to be mentioning anybody's names, name dropping, when I've got a dangerous heavyweight in front of me here in Arslanbek Makhmudov, and all those other tossers can wait their turn to get a good hiding. But first, I've got to deal with him and give him a good hiding first, because many men have overlooked the first hurdle at bigger names and been chinned, i.e. Anthony Joshua done that before. But we're not going to go there, because that's what I don't do. I like to just focus on me one man here, who I've got, and then come Sunday, you can ask me all the questions you want about any other heavyweight in the world, but give this man his respect. Like I said, when Daniel Dubois was fighting Anthony Joshua, everybody said, all the boxing brains of the world said, AJ was going to knock him out inside 3 rounds, and he was overlooking him. Are you going to fight Tyson next? You're going to do this, you're going to do that. And I said, you better put some respect on Dubois' name, because he's going to chin him, and that's what happened. So I won't fall down that hurdle or same track. I'm focused on this man mountain in front of me. Says he's 6'5", is he? Fuck, he's as big as me. Says 6'5". On his knees he might be 6'5". So yeah, I've got to be switched on, 100% focused. I'm ready to rock and roll from round 1, because he's a quick starter, obviously. He's had 17 knockouts in the first couple of rounds. So yeah, I better be on form, and I better be, what did Eddie Hearn call me? A herky-jerky motherfucker. Better be like that for the 3 rounds until he gasses himself out, and then we'll see what happens from there.
No doubt. So the roadmap is set. You just got to get over the first speed bump. Thank you very much, Tyson. Thank you very much. Everybody, it's been an absolute pleasure. That brings an end to tonight's festivities. Don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the public weigh-in live on the Ring Magazine social platforms. And before we sign off, please bring the fighters together for the final official face-off.
This Saturday.
Pleasure, son. Pleasure, mine.
This.
Always. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Yes. You've got a proper glow about you, son.
This Saturday, April 11th, live and exclusive on Netflix, the return of the Gypsy King, the clash of the giants, 12 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division, and it's all live and exclusive on Netflix. Arslanbek Makhmudov versus the return of the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury!
And there it is, the 2 main eventers and the clash of the giants, and that is not hyperbole. These are some big men. As you look at Tyson Fury, called a spectacle, and Arslanbek Makhmudov, who, by the way, if the psychological part of this is supposed to be in play, he was completely unmoved. Lennox and David, he was on his phone texting most of the night. What do you make from what you just saw from these two?
Well, you know, Tyson is ready. He's ready to go. I mean, he's coming up here right now, so we can ask him, and he's going to be excited about it. But Makhmudov was definitely on his phone, wasn't really paying him any attention. For me, I was saying he shouldn't be on his phone.
Right.
This is the most important fight of his career. You know, he should be listening to what Tyson is saying and what Tyson is doing. I would never have been on my phone, so that showed misinterest, and I don't think he's that serious about the fight, because I would be serious. I would be watching Tyson all the time. I'd be listening to everything he was saying and watching it, but Makhmudov wasn't doing that. Hey!
Apparently, Tyson Fury is also the Candyman of boxing, because
when you say his name, when you say his name, he appears, and just like that, the gypsy